Aaron Dillon here, Managing Director of AG Dillon & Co. A quick new fund announcement. The AG Dillon Anduril Pre-IPO stock fund is now accepting investors. Anduril Industries is a defense technology company that specializes in building advanced artificial intelligence and autonomous systems for military and national security purposes. Financial advisors only. Email aaron.dillon@agdillon.com to invest or visit agdillon.com/Anduril for fund materials. Please note this important disclosure. AG Dillon is not affiliated with Anduril. Anduril may require company approval for stock purchases, also known as a stock transfer. AG Dillon has not been pre-approved by Anduril to purchase their stock. AG Dillon purchases pre-IPO stocks in the secondary market and may gain exposure by directly purchasing the stock on the company's capitalization table and or through a third-party fund, also known as a special purpose vehicle. And now here is the November 29, 2024 pre-IPO stock market update. Ramp, a business card and expense management company, is reportedly discussing a secondary share sale at an $11 billion valuation that's 35% higher than its 2022 peak of $8.1 billion and a 44% rise from its April 2024 valuation of $7.65 billion. Founded in 2019, the New York-based company reported $100 million in Q1 2024 total revenue, doubling from Q1 2023 though margins remained thin due to interchange fees. Ramp raised over $150 million earlier in 2024, up from $5.8 billion valuation in mid-2023, which represented a nearly 30% drop from its 2022 high. Backed by Founders Fund, Thrive Capital, and Stripe, Ramp has also introduced higher margin software offerings. This move aligns with a trend of fintechs like Revolut. It's a $45 billion valuation in August. Rippling, which is at $16.4 billion in April, achieving robust valuations in 2024, even as competitors like Brex have seen valuations dropped to an estimated $3.4 billion. Ramp has a current secondary market valuation of $9.1 billion. If this $11 billion secondary sale holds, that will be a 21% increase versus the current secondary valuation. xAI, an AI large language model business, has allocated 25% of its shares to backers of Musk's $44 billion Twitter acquisition, which is now X, helping offset their losses from the social platform's 80% valuation decline to $9.4 billion. xAI has raised $11 billion to date. Key beneficiaries include Fidelity, Larry Ellison, Prince Alawid, Jack Dorsey, and firms like Sequoia Capital and Andreessen Horowitz, who also funded the $7.1 billion equity portion of Musk's Twitter buyout. Banks holding $13 billion in Twitter debt, including Morgan Stanley, remain impacted as xAI's meteoric rise reshapes investor expectations. xAI closed a $50 billion valuation round this month in November of 2024. SoftBank Group, through its Vision Fund 2, is offering to purchase up to $1.5 billion in OpenAI shares from employees, aligning with the AI startup's $150 billion valuation. This follows SoftBank's $500 million investment in OpenAI's $6.6 million funding round in October, which included Thrive Capital and NVIDIA. OpenAI has raised $13 billion from investors, including $10 billion from Microsoft. The tender offer allows current and former employees to cash out shares granted over the 2 years ago. Databricks, the AI-focused database and analytics business, has settled its current round valuation at a $55 billion valuation. The company discussed a $50 billion valuation before rumors of $61 billion before settling in at the $55 billion number. Databricks is raising between $5 billion and $8 billion in its latest funding round, potentially topping OpenAI's $6.6 billion October raise in 2024's largest. This funding allows employees to sell shares, easing pressure for an IPO, which now could occur later than 2025. Databricks, founded in 2013, reported annualized revenue of $2.4 billion by mid-2024 and recently acquired Mosaic ML for $1.3 billion to bolster its generative AI capabilities. Backers include NVIDIA, Capital One, Andreessen Horowitz, and Fidelity. CEO Ali Ghodsi emphasized long-term growth versus over immediate public listing goals. Neuralink, the brain-computer interface company with over $687 million in funding, has received approval to test a robotic arm controlled via its brain chip implant. The device, already implanted in 2 patients, enables thought-based computer controls, and is advancing through clinical trials, including new approval in Canada. Neuralink joins competitors like BlackRock Neurotech in developing brain-computer interface technology, which remains years from widespread commercialization. This field is rapidly evolving as companies race to bring thought-controlled devices to market. Neuralink has a $7.6 billion secondary market valuation. It's up 117% versus its November 2023 round just 1 year ago. Black Forest Labs, a German text-to-image AI company, is in talks to raise up to $200 million, led by Andreessen Horowitz, at a valuation exceeding $1 billion. Just 4 months after its launch, the company supports xAI's Grok chatbot with image generation. The startup previously secured $31 million in seed and funding in August, with investors including Brendan Iribe, Gary Tan, and General Catalyst. While the funding highlights rapid growth, the team remains cautious about overexpansion and overvaluation, reflecting challenges faced by AI startups like Stability AI, which grapple with copyright issues and model training. Airtable, a collaboration software provider, is growing at an annual rate of 30% and has achieved cash flow positivity, positioning itself for a potential IPO in 2025, according to CFO Aberreen Tubasi. Airtable has a $3.9 billion secondary market valuation that's down 67% versus its December 2021 round, which was at $11.7 billion. Let's look at pre-IPO stock performance as of November 25, 2024. Up this week, Cohere is up 29.8%, xAI is up 15.5%, OpenAI is up 5.4%, Revolut is up 5.2%, and Databricks is up 4.2%. Down this week, Brex is down 12.9%, Grok's down 5.6%, Neuralink's down 4.4%, Notion's down 1.6%, and Discord is down 1.5%. ByteDance is at a $300 billion valuation. SpaceX is at $250 billion valuation. OpenAI is at $157, Stripe's at $86, and xAI is at $50. Subscribe at agdillon.com/subscribe to get the most current valuation, revenue multiples, and performance data delivered to your inbox. Okay, let's look at performance for the AG Dillon pre-IPO stock vintage indexes as of November 25, 2024. 2024 vintage index top contributors since inception. Revolut's up 201%, Rippling's up 121%, Anduril's up 79%, SpaceX is up 69%, and OpenAI is up 56%. The 2024 vintage index is up 70% since its inception, or year to date 2024. That's a lot. There are no detractors in the 2024 vintage index. Current key metrics, averages for all vintages 5 years old or older, 529% cumulative return since inception, 53% is realized or distributed to investors. The hardcore VC metrics, 6.29 TVPI, 3.31 DPI, and 2.98 RVPI. It's 4.1 years to quote-unquote return the fund. Subscribe at agdillon.com/subscribe to get the most current pre-IPO stock index fact sheets, including vintage data by year from 2025. Okay, that's it for this. That's it for this week. If you have any pre-IPO stock research needs, please reach out. Thanks, and see you guys next week.